Cool.
Okay, goodbye. Good luck, Salmon.
You guys have to go out there.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm NoobSalmon again. This is Oblivion No Oob. Normally we start from an autosave, but I've typed in the donation incentive, which was Team Hems. And I have to make a high elf female because that's the fastest character. Yes. And timing starts in 3, 2, 1, go. So, welcome everyone. This is no out of bounds and not any percent, which means that we cannot really go out of bounds. Out of bounds or any percent is just a 5-minute long run because the developers thought it's a good idea to put the final mission trigger inside of a building so you can just clip inside and finish the run in 5 minutes. So yeah, the first thing I did was just to walk backwards, so this guy talks to me immediately, and also I bound heal minor wounds and flare. This is the tutorial, which is a whole scripted stuff with the Emperor and the guards walking. So we have to make this faster by a few tricks. First thing I'm gonna do is actually happening right now, which trying to pickpocket this guard.
My job right now is to get you to safety.
At the
What's this prisoner doing here? This cell is supposed to be.
right time. So they're trying to catch me,
Never mind.
but since I'm already in prison,
Stand back, prisoner.
the game gets confused and immediately just forgets about it.
I've seen you. Let me see.
And that saves like 10 seconds because they walk to this room a bit faster.
Please, sire, we
So
must-
the next thing we're gonna do is aggro them, because if they are aggroed,
to not close this.
they run to you instead of just walking. So this next like 8 minutes gonna be about that. But the game is really generous in this first section because you can actually yield to them and they forgive you no matter what. Usually it's not the case in other places, and I just de-aggro them at a specific time so I can continue this scripted stuff.
The Emperor.
So these assassins spawn, and this is a very hard fight, as you can see. Oops. Skipping dialogue by talking with Boris. There we go. So what I did was just to set up the aggro for the next time I'm meeting them. The guards take 5 hits to aggro, the Emperor takes 6. So the next time I meet them, I just need to hit them once, so they aggro to me. And this wall can break up. Depending on the rat movement, I got bad luck, but it's fine. There we go. I got blocked by some rats, but it's fine. Take this stuff from this goblin so I can open this door, also get some stuff for the run actually. Yeah, and this is just a tutorial, not much going on. It's about the 1/4 of the run. But after we leave the sewers, the run is gonna be really hectic. I think this is a fairly well-known run in the speedrunning community, but in case you haven't know what's going on, then I'm trying not to spoil it for you, but the run is gonna be a bit faster after we leave the sewers. Also, we picked the high elf female because that's the tallest character, and for some reason the tallest character is the fastest. Whatever reason. In any percent, we have to choose red guard, but in these longer categories, high elf female is the better solution. Alright, so we just trying to sneak around these goblins. We don't really have to fight them, but soon we're gonna meet again with the Emperor. And it's gonna be hard to explain what's gonna happen, but kind of bear with me. I'm gonna do some AI manipulation that gonna make the run a bit faster. It might not work because Oblivion AI is not the greatest, as you probably know. So I'm trying to aggro Glenroy here. And immediately I aggro them close to this door, so the enemy is gonna run towards us immediately. And right now I'm also hitting Glenroy again, so the next batch of enemies kinda stop.
No, she is not one of them.
Yeah.
She must help us.
And then
They can.
the Emperor's gonna talk to me. I'm gonna pick the Steed as a burst sign, because that gives you some extra movement speed. So I'm aggroing the Emperor now, hopefully they will follow me. I'm gonna pick up this contents of this chest. And hopefully this worked, because the next batch of enemies are stopped. But sometimes the NPCs that just de-aggro you completely, which is... I don't know why, it's just AI stuff.
You may as well make.
That's some torch.
Stick close and let us do our job.
Let's see. They're gonna walk back, right? Yep. That's my favorite thing. Sometimes they do that. This is really bad. So I hope they won't walk back. Oh my god. The Emperor is messed up. No. Well, that hasn't happened to me in a long time.
Come with us.
Because they need to stay in this spot. And there we go. Okay, well, I just lost like 30 seconds, but it's fine. So I can't open this door until they are in that spot. Anyways, let's move on. So I'm trying to push this Glenroy here. And I'm gonna do duping glitch 2 times. So there are 2 types of duping in this game, called duping with arrows and duping with scrolls. My first dupe with the arrows, then the scrolls. Basically, I performed some action, and you cannot really equip an arrow with that. So what happens is that if you drop an item during that menu, it will remember the actual item number, so you can just dupe some items with it. The same with the flashbolts or scrolls. And I have two scrolls ready. I need the flashbolt for killing enemies, but if you dupe stuff with Chameleon and flashbolt, then you can just dupe infinitely, and I need some specific amount of scrolls. Also, I'm gonna dupe not keys. That was a mistake that sometimes I make. I don't need keys, I need lockpicks. Well, I have a bunch of keys now, but it's fine.
I can go.
There we go, and the Emperor's gonna die, sadly. And before his final words, he's gonna give us the Amulet of Kings that we need to deliver to Joffrey, who's the leader of the Blades. There we go, and we're gonna pick our class, which is gonna be Nightblade, because it gives you bonus in athletics and speed. Yep. And we're ready to go. We are done with this scripted section that was kind of a nightmare, but it's fine. Anyways, this is probably the worst section of the run. The rest of the run is gonna be a bit more fun. So we're gonna leave the sewers and we're gonna continue the main quest, but before that we're gonna do something else. So I'm gonna travel to Breville and I'm gonna meet a really friendly skooma dealer, because we're gonna buy a 1 skooma. But 1 skooma is pretty useless, so we have to make that a lot. So yeah, skooma, what you need to do about it is that it makes you go faster, and also it lets you carry a lot of stuff. So that's all you need to remember about skooma. Also, this skooma dealer is really shy, so you have to wait.
Can I interest you in?
So I have the potions that I duped, and I'm gonna buy 1 skooma with that, because skooma is expensive, and I'm gonna continue the main quest now, but we need to make this faster. Yeah, don't do drug kids. This is not endorsed by ESA Marathon. There we go. So I'm gonna make a lot of skooma here. I need about 400. I'm gonna make a save here. It's not gonna be relevant now, but it's gonna be relevant later. But it's a setup for another glitch. Here's Joffrey. We're gonna give him the Amulet of Kings. Then we're gonna meet Martin Septim at Quatch. So, the way skooma consuming works is that you can consume only 5 at a time. The more skooma you consume, the faster you move. But there's a bypass that you can do, which is let you use 4 skooma from the hotkey and 4 from your inventory, which is called an 8 stack, which is called a sort of a workaround for this. Also, I messed up. That's not an 8 stack, because I was explaining stuff, but all you need to do is that I'm trying to do 8 stacks during longer sections. Sometimes it's not worth going for, sometimes actually I'm gonna use a 5 stack when it's doesn't save much time, but it's pretty much the main movement, which is actually gonna be really fun. Pretty much the end of the run. Until the end of the run, we're gonna do this. Also, you need to know is that you cannot really jump high in this game, but if you nudge yourself in a object or to an object, that you can sort of convert your horizontal movement to vertical. So we can just make that jump and skip an area where we just need to collect a key from a dude where we can open that tower, but we just skip that part. Also, we're at the end of the Oblivion gate, which we're gonna destroy. I'm gonna make another save here. And I'm gonna make another skooma jump. This is a bit harder to do, to get the sigil stone. Almost. There we go. Get the sigil stone. Also, I'm gonna drop down halfway and then again, because that skips the animation of the sigil stone being destroyed. Also, I lost a lot of health. Anyways, I closed the gate so we can rescue Martin now. This fight can be pretty much RNG because the AI is just really bad and sometimes they just zigzag and cannot really fight them. But let's hope for the best. I really want to kill this Daedra dude, because he's spawning these camps. There we go. That's fairly good. And we're gonna meet Martin in the chapel, because he can only move if everything is destroyed. And we're gonna go to meet Joffrey. Where am I going? This way. Okay. But in the meantime, we're gonna do something else, because it's still close to this location. For later part of the main quest, we need Great Vulcan Stone to open a portal to Paradise, which is the end game area that we need to do. And there is an intended sequence break in this game. If you manage to get the Great Vulcan Stone earlier, before Martin gives you the quest, the game still thinks that it's fine. So you can just get it out of sequence you can just find it by accident, so you don't have to get the quest and get it. You can get it now, and we're gonna do that. I'm gonna use A-stacks all the way. There's gonna be a skooma jump here as well. We're gonna need to hit some buttons. This is kind of like a labyrinth, bunch of goblins here. Not gonna bother with them. the skooma jump with this fireplace. Nice, first try. Also, I'm trying to hit this chandeliers because they kind of stops your momentum and negating full damage, so you can just control your movement a bit better. And so you probably remember that I made some saves, and it's gonna be relevant now. We're gonna do some funky stuff. Better's the style. So I'm gonna get the Vulcan Stone, and instead of going back and fast traveling away, I'm gonna make a quick save, and I'm gonna load the save at Venom Priory. And what I'm gonna do is trying to pause the game at the same time I enter this door. And what it does is that it's gonna load the area and also load the quick save at the same time. So I just kind of wrong warp to this place without going backwards. And this is called load warping. We're gonna use that quite a lot. It's better as the exclusive thing. It's in Fallout 4 in Skyrim as well. Also, I checked the chest because otherwise Joffrey would send me to check it, that the amulet is gone. So if you check it first, you just need to talk to him once. I try not to hit any allies because that would be bad. I kill the assassins. And Martin is in danger, so we're gonna bring him to this safe place, which is Cloud Royal Temple, where he gives an inaugurational speech, sort of, that he's the new emperor. And but you know, that's a cutscene, and cutscenes are long and boring. We're not gonna sit through that. Until that cutscene plays, we're gonna do something else, which is getting Daedric item, which is necessary for the main quest again. I'm gonna kill these guys because they can mess you. Don't really need to, but why not? So this is actually a not intended sequence break, kind of like a glitch or an exploit, because you're supposed to get the Mask of Clavicus Vial at level 25, I think. But if you get the Umbra first, and giving the Umbra to Clavicus Vial after it, it's gonna complete the quest for some reason. And ooh, this might be bad, because where's the, oh no, where is the, it might fell out of bounds. No, big oof. So I need the, oh no, well, I have to reload this part. Cool. So what happens is that sometimes the Umbra Sword fall out of bounds. This is pretty bad luck. Well, anyways, we can experience this fight again. Whatever. This is cool. Anyway, so we need the Umbra Sword to give to Clavicus Vial. There we go. Now load warp back to the beginning. So we skip the backtracking. And yeah, basically you need to get this offering to Clavicus Vial, so he gives you the mask. But this is how we do this. You can get different Daedric items, but that's the fastest to get at this early in the game. So we talk to this cat man, and we're gonna do the coolest skip in the run called the dog butt skip. We did it, nice. We talk to the dog's butt, that's important. You skip like 20 seconds of dialogue by talking to the dog's butt, otherwise these statues talk to you like 20 seconds or something. So we skip the cutscene here, and we're gonna progress the main quest. Make a save here, and we're gonna do some book collecting. First, we're gonna kill a spy here and meet with Boris. There we go. There we go.
Good work.
Normally, Boris tells you to follow this guy, and then you know, you have to kill him or something. You comfort him, but you can just kill him earlier, and it's no problem. And he tells you to go to Taormina to get the second book of about the Mythic Dawn, these assassins. Oh, it's nice. So I need to wait till the morning so the bookshop opens, which is the next location of the next book. And also, this is important for kinda important in-game time manipulation that we're gonna do. This one, just giving me the second book, and we're gonna get 2 more books. So she gives us the next location, which is this bookshop, but it turns out that the books are reserved for another dude, so we're gonna convince that dude to give us the books. Just gonna wait for that dude and wait for 1 hour. Because, you know, the Emperor is murdered, and, you know, it's crazy stuff happening, and he's like, I have none of that and don't wanna be associated with that, so he just gives us the 3rd book. And he gives us a clue that he was going to get the 4th book from a sponsor. And we're gonna meet the sponsor here. He's supposed to tell this to Boris. And he's supposed to, like, escort him throughout the sewers. But that's extremely slow because he's trying to kill every single enemy here. So we're just gonna go ahead and wait for Boris to catch up. And that's gonna skip all of that nasty stuff. Because again, Oblivion AI is terrible. You don't want to do that. Also, I'm gonna quick save kick load because that de-aggroes the enemies behind me. That's a trick you can do. And wait for Boris. Nice, he caught up. And we're gonna do the meeting with the sponsor so we get the final book that we need for the location of the Mythic Dawn cult. There we go. We're gonna meet the sponsor. You can tell Boris that he should do it, but that's again incredibly slow. There we go. And nice chat. I shouldn't use it. Okay. Anyways, we get the 4th book, and we're gonna load warp back to Taormina. You're supposed to talk to Taormina about this discovery, but you can just go to the place which shows the location of the mythic cooldown. But this location only is revealed between, I think, 11:30 AM and did I get it? Yeah, 11:30 AM and 12:15 PM or something. So that's how we figure it out. That's why the in-game timer manipulation was important. If you mess this up, you either need to fast travel away and back, or wait a certain amount of in-game time, which can take up like a minute real time. So that's really bad. So the reason why we go to the mythic cooldown place, because we need to get the Mysterium of Xerxes, which tells us how to enter to paradise so we can get back the Amulet of Kings. So we're supposed to like blend in, but we can just kill that guy and get the key from him.
Do you have time for a donation?
Sure.
I have $30 from Boss Coffee Cake that says, "True poetic mastery must be shared with the world."
Nice. Thank you. So, oops. I got the book, and we just need to find a way to enter the paradise now. I'm gonna load warp back to, not here, to Caladriel Temple. And the strange thing about loot warping, that sometimes the NPCs close just disappear. Don't worry about it.
I hope to
Oops. And we're gonna... Martin's gonna work on the book, so figure out how we can do this. Until then, we're gonna deal with some spies for Joffrey at Bravil or Bruma. This is Bruma. Yes, this is Bruma. Normally you have to talk to the Countess of Bruma to know the location of the spies, but we know the location already, and we had to wait till the morning, so they are in the same place because there are 2 of them. I'm gonna make a save here because we're gonna load war back here again. There we go. There we go. Easy fight. We got the basement key because that's where the secret stuff is. I'm gonna load war back to Cloudroar Temple again to tell Joffrey what is up. And Martin already figured out something about the book. And we just need to... What? No. Well, this is pretty bad. I think... No. Well, okay. Well, I don't know what to do. Anyways, let's talk to Joffrey, or yeah, Joffrey again. So I think because sometimes the guards are not happy with killing the you know, spies, but I did not expect this. Anyways, let's find Joffrey. Oh my god, this is actually pretty bad. Where is Joffrey? Normally you have to wait for Joffrey to show up, but I can't wait because the guards are after me. Anyways, let's continue. So this is where I turn in the Daedric item. You need 4 items to open the portal to Paradise, and one of them is the Daedric item. Also, we're gonna destroy the second Oblivion Gate, which is gonna be much shorter than the first one.
Thanks for coming.
Which is next to Bruma. So I'm gonna do a very interesting stuff here. I'm gonna make a quick save here, and I'm trying to load warp at the first Oblivion Gate, or the end of the first Oblivion Gate. And what it does is just completely confuses the game, because that Oblivion Gate is already destroyed, so it will think that you already destroyed it, and since that cell is no longer existent, it will just say that, alright, so you just completed that, you know, second Oblivion Gate as well, so why not? It's yeah, it's weird, but that's the basic explanation of it. So we don't actually need to do any more Oblivion Gates. There we go. So we can wait now for some reason.
I figured.
Blood of the Divines, yeah. No. Ugh.
Good work.
Everything is falling apart. There we go. So Martin figured out the second item that we need, which is the Blood of the Divines, which is gonna be the Armor of Tiber Septim, which is at nice. I accidentally used 5 stacks, which is not that great because that's really slow. There we go. Anyways, that's at Sancrator. And at Sancrator we need to kill 4 like blade ghosts, like skeletons. Also, I tend to get lost here, so I just trying to concentrate here, so I'm sorry if I'm not explaining stuff right now. This is like one of the longest walks, and I used 5 stack again. Nice. Well, it's fine. Climbing up the mountains is hard, even though Todd Howard said so, that you can climb mountains in Skyrim. It's much harder in Oblivion. Anyways, nice. We didn't get lost, I think. Or did I? No, please. Please no. I went too much on the right. It's fine. We are at the right place, I think. Or not. Oh my god. Yeah, I just did that. Okay, well. I'm having some troubles. I just said that I tend to get lost and I need to concentrate, and I just did this. It's yeah, I went too much to the right. Well, I either reload this part or yeah, I'm gonna reload this again. Okay, just need to concentrate. I practiced this, I promise. Okay, do we have any donations to read, maybe? Or something? Or not? It's fine. It's this way, I'm sure. Why am I getting lost? This is not supposed to happen. The reason why it's hard because it's in a specific way. Why am I missing this? I went the same way. Where is Sankrator? Tell me. Oh my god. How am I missing this? I'm not even going the right way. Oh my god. Why is this happening? Oh my god. I will find it, don't worry guys. Nice let's play, yeah. Anyway, here's Sankrator. I swear I'm good in this game. We found it, yay. Okay, so anyways, let's continue. So this is really cool area, bunch of cool movement tech. Let's kill the first ancient blade. Just this guy. Nice. First try. Make a load warp here later so we don't have to backtrack. This is also like a labyrinth type of thing. Okay, so we need to get this key from the skeleton so we can open this door. He was not an ancient blade, he was just a regular skeleton. Here's the second blade. And we need to wait for the quest update now, because if you don't, then you can soft lock, because we're gonna load warp back to this door. And I just looked in a certain direction so I can move forward immediately. So this third blade guy can be finicky, because sometimes he doesn't come out of like a room or something, it's actually RNG. So let's see if we get good RNG at least, since I messed up. We didn't get good RNG even, nice. But that loses like 15 seconds because I need to go back. There's a trick I'm trying to do here, which is just trying to skooma jump upstairs, but you know what? I'm not gonna do that because whatever. This is a backup strat that didn't work. Can you move out of the way? Thanks. So that was the third guy. Let's find the fourth guy. Nice. Anyways, all of the blades are destroyed. And their spirit is lifted or something, whatever. And they help us to open this portal to the armor of Tiber Septim. Just need to wait for them to get in position. And we need to wait 5 seconds after this pop-up. Well, it was fairly fast, don't know what happened. And we're gonna load warp back to Cloud Ruler Temple. There we go. So we're just giving him the armor, and we're gonna actually continue with the destroying of the third Oblivion gate, which is the Great Gate and the final Oblivion gate. So I don't have much skooma left, so I might need to dupe it because I spent a lot on Sancrator.
Greetings.
Anyways, we have to talk to the Countess, so she lets us to use the army for the fight, and we're gonna load warp to the church because that's where the quest progresses now.
I will call.
And just tell her that let the battle begin, so we can do this fight. I'm gonna go overestimate by a lot, so I'm so happy. And I'm sorry. I don't know why I got lost. I'm not sure what happened there. The brain fart there. Anyways, this is the final battle. This is supposed to be a great battle. Also, Martin will have a speech now, and he's the only problem here is that he's become killable now, because he was basically immortal until this point. So we have to make sure that he doesn't die. But this is pretty much an auto-scroller. So I'm not gonna use skooma now, I think, because I don't really need it anymore. So there's a technique here, which is just killing the Daedra guy first, and then shoot 2 fireballs to these scamps, and then just hit them. I tried to do that, but sometimes I just don't have enough time for that, because there's gonna be 3 gates opening at the same time. Normally I would use skooma here, but I try to preserve it for Paradise. Nice. Oop. Okay. Nothing happened. You didn't see that. So I accidentally hit Martin, which is not good. Okay, well. I'm usually good with marathon runs, and this is probably the worst run I ever done. But again, this is funny at least. I guess. Also, I'm trying to hit any allies because it's not good. But yeah, that's what happens. That's why you shouldn't hit Martin or shouldn't let him die. Oh no, Boris is dead. RIP Boris. I didn't kill you, at least, I think. Oh my god, so many scams. And this Tetra dude. I am just super safe now. Anyways, we just need to wait for the third great gate to be opened, which is happening right now. Nice. We have to wait for this pop-up. Nice. And the same thing is gonna happen, what happened at the second Oblivion gate, which is just load warping to the final cell of the first Oblivion gate. And that's gonna register the game as that Oblivion gate is destroyed, so it's gonna destroy technically this great gate as well. So we don't have to do this. Cool. So I just need to kill the rest of the enemies here, so I can progress now. Nice. For some reason, these Daedra are after me only. This camp is interesting. Let's not kill Martin. Again. Sometimes they cannot reach these guys because... oh my god. Please. I hit that guy. I knew it. Whatever. There we go.
We won.
Yay, we won. Cool. And since we won, we have the Great Sigil Stone, which was the final item for opening the Paradise Portal. Load warping back. And Martin's gonna open the portal. Nice. No, I forgot to talk to him. Nice.
I have
Yes, I know you have everything. Cool. There we go. Let's do this. Let's kill the final boss, Manker Cameron. And this is where I'm gonna use... there we go. You don't have to wait for that pop-up. I just do this because that spawns a guy outside that we need to kill. Sometimes it spawns inside, but that's just, I don't know, it's just preference. It's just a couple of seconds lost. Because we need a band from him.
Think you could take me unawares here of all places?
There we go, Band of the Chosen. Because that lets us enter certain areas inside of the Paradise area. Otherwise you can't progress, so it's actually very much necessary.
In the old tongue, a vision of the past and the future.
So the guy who's talking to us is the final boss. We're gonna have a very hard fight with him. We kill this guy because that opens this gate immediately. But he's gonna respawn and actually remove our bands later, so we can progress, because he's actually a good guy.
The garden will not hold you for long.
I'm ready to help.
There we go. It's actually very much necessary to talk to him, because otherwise you can't escape this cave.
Well done, champion. Your progress is swift.
And you don't want to
sure.
slip into the lava, because
Perhaps
you will
can
die.
teach me after all.
There are some cool strats where you can jump over this stuff,
Not
but
at all.
since the round went kind of south, that I try not
I
to
hear the footsteps
do
of-
these risky strats.
You are the last defender.
Alright, so I'm gonna go towards here, and it's gonna respawn me here, because it's gonna be so I can be able to fast roll later, because there's a chance that some enemies follow me.
I welcome you. If you truly are.
You don't need to kill these guys, but they will talk to you. Alright, let's have a hard fight with this guy.
Fire of the self-styled heroes who
Very
set
hard
themselves
fight.
on that
He's
path
dead.
Only to prove
He's still talking for whatever reason.
in the event.
And we're gonna load war back to Cadwell Temple, since we got the amulet by that. There we go, I'm gonna finish the game. Talking to Martin.
Was that time already?
No.
Oh.
But we are almost ready.
Okay.
We have like a minute.
Alright.
I will take one. So, we just gonna need to finish the final Daedra guy. What's his name? Merunes Dagon.
Welcome.
And we're gonna do the final load warp here.
For Martin's arrival.
So this is a cutscene where we cannot
I've
move,
been expecting.
but we can still load warp. So we're just gonna load warp back to this place. So we're just gonna wait for this cutscene to end next to the door, so it just skips like 2 seconds of walking. And this is actually the only place where we can skip dialogue with kick save and kick loading. Otherwise it wouldn't save time in the other places. So what can happen is that Martin can die again. Let's hope that not happens. It actually can be soft-locked if I quick save at the wrong time. But so far so good. There we go. Here's Merunes Dagon. We cannot defeat him, but Martin can. So we just got to wait for him to shatter the amulet.
We're too late.
And we're gonna finish the game, so get ready on time.
I do what I
And time.
That is 47:30.
Yeah. Let's not talk about the estimate.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what happened at Sancrator that I got lost. I usually don't do that, but I lost like 3 minutes there, so that's probably the reason. But yay, this was fun. So this is the epic fight at the end, where Martin becomes a dragon and kills Merunes Dagon. Alright, so I'm not gonna play the final cutscene because I went over estimate quite well, but yeah, thanks for watching, and next one is Ghost of a Tale by Dr. Teachup, so it's gonna be fun.